there's so much I want to ask. I mean, it's like, he was so much more than a makeup artist, and you get all of that in this film, which is what he accomplished, both in his career and as a human being, and, for acceptance of all different kinds of people, I just feel like that's such a bigger story in the end.
It really is, and everything that you say about how it was so astonishing that a makeup artist, the outtakes and things that I would see him say to people, and him begging and just like dying to talk to them about politics, and then trying to redirect the conversation to Liza Minnelli, and him getting so frustrated, and I was like, this guy is burning to change the world,
Right,
and it's amazing.
And he died so young, but at the same time you think, he burned so bright, and he had so much to say, and he said it and said it and said it, and he was sometimes very strong about what he said, but it was an amazing thing to see, and amazing accomplishment, both of his life and the movie that you made, so I admire it so much, knowing you for so long. So what surprised you about Kevin when you were making the film?
Oh my God, I guess his intelligence was the first thing, like how truly intelligent he is on such a deep level. I mean, he's so book smart, so worldly wise. I mean, he gets people right off the bat. He can see the whole person instantly, and he doesn't take any shit.
Yeah.
I think that was really surprising.
Fierce.
Yes. Yeah. I thought he was just like fabulous from always looking at the makeup end of things, and just say, oh, he's fabulous, and, loved life, and he really knew what was going on.
Yeah, and he fought.
Yes.
He really fought.
Yes.
Things he thought were right.
Yes.
So, at the end of his career, I mean, he started out this way, and then at the end of his career, he really was very busy doing transformations with makeup and turning one person into somebody else. We saw a little bit of that. Julie Roberts was made into Julie Christie, and all sorts of those transformations. Why do you think that he just went that way?
Well, that was something that we really wanted to explore. It's really hard to articulate in the movie, but just the icons on icons. Like one level of icon isn't enough for Kevin. It's like how Junior's has 2 cheesecakes and they call it one cheesecake. It's not. It's 2 cheesecakes. But it's an icon on an icon. This is already, Isabella Rossellini. And then he's got to put another one on, and then it's already your mom. And you have to make it Chanel, it's crazy. So when you say it was never enough, I mean, it's a positive thing, it's just like more, and I think he just wanted everything to fill up a room, and
bigger and bigger. Yeah, he did that Isabella Rossellini, Maria Callas' Story for Allure, and it was just it's still one of my favorites. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
How lucky we were. And it was, I think, in our first year. So amazing.
Yeah, I think Lucy Seisman has a story about that. She was working with me on that.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a drama one.
Yeah, she did.
I'll say that one. That's my movie that no one's going to watch. Nobody really cares about that story. Was there one interview that was a big get? Did you feel like, you had a lot of good gets?
I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm embarrassed about anybody who's not in the film. It's embarrassing because everybody was so rich with stories and insight and really intelligent things to say about not only the industry but life. And but I think I couldn't really believe it when Cher said that. That wasn't the first. Kate and stuff, but I mean, I think Cher, because what happened on set that day, and she knew that I had to ask her those questions, and I thought it was really brave of her to be like, all right, let's talk about it.
And there was a tough time at the end. Cher wasn't there?
Very.
Yeah. And
very tough. And I think she did what she had to do, and that's not for me to judge, and I hope it didn't come across as judgment. No. And I think, everybody deals with someone in their life, who's doing their things a different way, and they can't, it's about what they can do and what they're capable of doing.
Yeah. Were many people emotional when you
Every
did it?
Person.
Yeah.
Every single person. Every single person. Yeah. And it was so funny because I would just put up this wall for each interview, and then like for 3 days I'd be like comatose.
Right.
Because I was just like, I can't, this is so heavy.
Yeah.
And it would just come crash. I would like, try to get through, because I wanted to hear what everybody felt, and then it would just come crashing down.
Right.
So I can't imagine what his life was like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think people were really reliving those times. I sat next to, I remember Linda Van Vliet was being interviewed at the time, right after me.
Yes.
So it was like the Linda day.
On 1/11,
yeah. And so, someone texted me, I think Troy or someone texted me and said, come back.
Yes.
Come back to the Carlisle. And I went back and Linda was really emotional. I sort of sat off camera and held her hand.
She wanted to hold your hand,
right,
yeah.
while we were doing the interview.
She's like,
She was really reliving it. It's just,
Yes.
and seeing the movie,
And
it's
they
so
were so
raw.
close, yeah. I mean, it's everyone's telling the truth,
And there's something about a makeup artist and that, the intimacy, in particular, Kevin, no one like Kevin, that intimacy,
Yeah, you're using the same air
Yeah.
for all that time.
And your hand is in his face, and, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Does anybody have any questions? We'd love to open it up. Yes?
Yes,
Hi.
congratulations, it's beautiful. It's obviously kind of an obvious question, but like if Kevin was, around still, is there a question, like even if you still did this documentary as it is, like is there something you wish you could ask him or something, comment on, what somebody else said, like what if he was still around, what would you?
Wow, God, no, who wouldn't want 20 more minutes of Kevin? Like, I would ask on everyone else's behalf, probably. Linda wants to know this. I guess, what would he do that's different today? Everybody's copying him on some level, and if imitation's the best form of flattery, I know he would love it, but like, what would he do to top that, I guess, is what I would be curious to see.
Yeah. I feel like I would say, what could we do to help you? Because I feel like, it's that terrible feeling, like, I was with him when he was taken off life support, and how could we not help him, and I just missed it, It's a terrible sense of regret, so that's a little bit heavier than anybody expected, but it's really hard to think you couldn't help somebody.
But I think a lot of people helped him in ways that they don't know.
Right, right.
And got him through days.
Yeah. Any questions? Any other questions?
I have a question, actually. I do.
Oh, fun.
And
One of our
it's to
producers.
you, Linda, because you really discovered him. And I just wondered what you saw in him that, somebody else didn't.
Well, I wish I could take credit for discovering him, but it wasn't me. There was an assistant editor at Vogue named Miami Wong. Paul knows who Miami Wong is. And, Kevin was hanging around with the assistants at Vogue, and as I said in the film, and it was the most ridiculous thing. Like, he'd just show up every day as if he worked there, and we all became friends because we were all kind of the same age. And finally, Miami saw his talent and took his book into Andrea Robinson, who was the beauty editor at Vogue at the time, and she was the one, I think she did that first shoot with Mizell and Meg, what's her name? Tilly. Did she? Was that? I don't know. But anyway, that was how Kevin got in. And then when I started Allure, there was no beauty magazine, so I wanted to make sure that this was beauty first and not sort of we'll just do a fashion picture, but we'll crop it. So I hired Kevin to be a contributing editor and took him to Le Cirque and he ordered a Diet Coke and ketchup. And, those are all my Allure girls here. Hi. And then he was not really into Le Cirque, but we had to do that because it was the early 90s. Anyway, I wanted him to insist that every photograph was a beauty photograph. Well, I was like, that was creating. I mean, I would say I created a monster, but it was really, that was who he was at all times. He always controlled the shoot. So he was like the policeman of beauty on the shoots. And he really made all those pictures and discovered Michael Thompson and brought these people in, and we worked at midnight and, snuck things in and did all these shoots. So I was just lucky enough to be able to have him on my team and be able to you know, ride this little crazy roller coaster ride with him for a period of time, and it was amazing, you know, just extraordinary. And he plucked my eyebrows.